What's up, guys? I got the keys here, back with another video. So I know somebody needs to hear this right now, and that is to start whatever you want to start right now. Stop waiting. Um, because I know for me, I had this idea in the back of my mind that there will be a perfect time for me to, do what I want to do with my life, right? But ultimately, there is only so much time that we have as a human being. So, the time is now to do anything. And so if you wanted to start a business or whatever, right? It's like start taking little steps to initiate that into your subconscious, like maybe just go get the name, legalized, and maybe start your LLC, and then you can, start building on that, right? So we have to understand that manifestation is very paradoxical in the fact that you have to be the person that already is doing this thing, right? So it's being versus doing, right? But the other part of that is that when you are being the person, you will start already doing the things that it takes to get there, right? Um, and there's this point where, eventually you're going to realize that everything is now, right? And if you don't start now, then you're never going to want to start. It's going to keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. So the time to act is always now. And I understand sometimes it takes, a little bit of a realization to understand that. But I'm reminding you right now that it's time. What do you want to create? There's got to be something you want to leave to this world, no matter what it is, if it's music, art, videos, um, I don't know, creating a business, whatever. Um, Stop holding back and let yourself create this thing, So I know that there's something in the back of your mind that you've been wanting to do, but you're scared because you're like, what are people going to think? Or, how do I start? Or, where do I go? But here's the thing is the sooner you actually take a step and start, just take that first step. And as you go, you will learn what to do next and how to make it better. And it's the same thing I had to do with YouTube, right? When I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I just picked up the camera, right? I just picked up my phone and just started recording with what I had. And that's another thing is, make do with what you have, right? You don't always have to have the fanciest tech, or, you don't have to have everything right now. Like for instance, I don't edit my videos besides putting, captions or whatever on just so people can, understand or read if they, can't listen to it, right? But, it's like we don't have to have everything figured out. And that goes for anything. It's just a matter of staying disciplined and staying consistent with things, right? And even with working out or something, you have to start somewhere. You have to start working out. um it could be one day a week, or learning one new workout every day or whatever, right? But it's taking that first step to put your mind in that position of already being the person who works out, right? So it's the same idea with anything else. So if you wanted to start a business, you have to start taking steps as that business owner, right? How does he act? How does he, how does she act? How does he talk? How does she act? How does she talk? Right? Same idea. Um, who is that person? How does that person move through the world? Right? And all you have to do is take the first step, and then, like I said, you will literally naturally start going into how to make it better and how to get to the next level of it, right? So stop being scared. Put the fear away. I know a lot of you are probably scared to be seen. I know I was. Um, I've said it before. You know, there's that thing in the back of your head, and it's like, oh, you can't do that, and you won't be anything, and it's not going to make it anywhere, and blah blah blah, right? It's that little ego voice in your head always telling you that it's not going to work out, or you know whatever. But what does your heart tell you, right? Like, we have to stop playing this game of procrastination. Trust me, I get what it's like. I'm not saying I don't procrastinate, but I'm talking to myself too here. So it's like, um procrastination is a problem because you're constantly pushing something into the future. But understanding that the future is now, and so is the past, because there is no in between. We think that time is linear, but look at it. It's always now and now and now. You see what I'm saying? It's always in the moment. So the sooner you start taking a step into the new you, the quicker the new you embodies itself, right? You will naturally start taking the actions to be that person, as that person, I should say. So let go, let your higher self do the work, right? Let the universe bring whatever it needs to get you to where you're going. Start trusting in that, because I know it's hard, but the more faith you have that everything is always figured out for you, and that anything that is meant to be yours will be yours. And if it's not, it will leave. Period. So, what's yours is yours, and what's not will go. So keep it as simple as that, right? But take the first step. The sooner you do it, the sooner things take off. Now, am I saying you're going to be an overnight success? No. There might be some trials, there might be failures, there might be ups and downs. That's okay. That's part of learning, that's part of building, and that's part of being prepared. Trust that God is building you for that life. Sometimes we think that things are falling away because, we're being punished or something, but no, it's not the case. We're being prepared. We're being set up for that life, and to be the person we really want. Sometimes those things come in a form of chaos to teach us lessons. And it's not a punishment, though. It's not like, oh, God's scolding me. No. No, it's showing you a part of yourself that you're still thinking wrong, right? So you need to change your mind. You need to change the way you think and the way you act, right? And don't do this continuously, you know what I mean? But it's like, once you are the person that gets everything that you're trying to manifest, it all just comes naturally. You're not trying anymore. You know it's yours, right? So trust in yourself, trust in God to get you there, right? Trust that the path is already laid out, and keep moving forward one step at a time, just like anything else. And what you can't figure out, then don't worry about it, because if there's something you can't fix, you can't do anything about it. It's okay. Just let it go, right? There's stuff we can't control sometimes. I know the ego loves to control things. It wants to know when, where, why, how. But the truth is, we don't always know that. But God does. The only thing we know is who we are. So if you can stay in that identity of, this is who I am, the faster it comes, no matter what is put out in front of you in the 3D world. So if you are having any problem embodying this, I'm here for you. My all of my information will be down in the description. So if you want to do a one-on-one call with me, I'd be glad to set that up with you. All you need to do is send me an email with your name and a short description of what you're going through, and we'll set something up. Okay? And I would love to talk to you, even if you just need somebody to talk to you. I'm here. So with that being said, guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Peace.